Going live.
Yeah, it was like I did. All right, guys, we are live. It's episode 274, Other Shooters Mindset. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Co-host Jennifer Seymour is joining us. What's going on, Jen?
Hey, everybody.
Greg Cannon's in the house.
Hey, everyone.
Guest and star of the hour, Jeremy Swanny of Swanny Comp Gear. What's going on, Jeremy?
What's up? What's up?
It's going good. It's good to have you on here. I think Jen and Greg, they're a big fan of you and your products. I don't know you worth the shit. But I guess we're going to get to know you, right?
Let me tell you, that never stopped Swanny.
There you go. So
You didn't meet a stranger, do you?
Never. Stranger danger? Never.
There you go. Show sponsors here, the folks over at GSL Technologies. You're in the mood for some type of suppressor. You're shopping around, hunting, competition, tactical, whatever. They got pistol stuff all over there. They got all the suppressor stuff. Check out gsltechnologies.com. TheShootersMindset.com. You can follow our website. You can check out the shows there. You can check out our bios, our blog, stuff like that. It's fairly new. ShootersMindset.com. Check it out. And if you're watching the show on the Facebook feed, you can get your live questions in just by joining and kind of throwing them in the comment section of the live feed. We'll get them to Jeremy throughout the show. All right. Dude, that automatic refill over there. I like it.
Catch me outside.
Yeah. All right. For those who aren't familiar with you, Jeremy, tell us a little bit more about yourself, how you got involved in the PRS game, and what made you start the company.
About 2015, it started. I'm from Metro Detroit and came into my first. Hold on one second. You got to cut my cigar here. Hold on one second. Something's going on here. We got issues.
No issues allowed.
Oh, okay. There we go. Okay. All right. So back in 2015, I was started shooting. Everything was an AI, AI. Everything was AI. Mile High or whoever was the only one selling stuff to people like me. And I traveled out to Shoot for the Green, 2015. Tomas, Beard Owens, they all invited me down to stay with them and come shoot. And, well, where I'm from in Metro Detroit, it's all trees. And my first match is Camargo, Oklahoma, in the middle of no trees and all wind. So I go down there with my AIAT. I was shooting a 243 because George Gardner at the time said that was the cool thing to do. So I go down there and, you know, you got Chase Stroud with his big bulging muscles and his cry pants, and Matt Perry with the matching missing teeth, and all these guys just so camoed out. And I'm sitting here like, you know, I'm not Delta Force, but I feel like I should be, you know. And so that's kind of where the ghetto dip and the graffiti came from. I was like, we got to put some pizzazz. The new, you know, ghetto's got to be the new Gucci. Shoot for the Green. That was my first match, and shot with some of the best shooters ever to walk this planet. And I didn't even know it at the time, and made friends from that point on. But I think I hit one target. I mean, it was pretty bad. So that's where it started for me. And then, you know, came back to the Midwest and said, you know, we got some work to do and try to get other people involved. And, you know, our nearest range here in Michigan is like 3 hours away. So, you know, half these people, Dave Preston rolls out of bed, he's got 800 yards, and all these guys got all this yardage, and we got to roll 3 hours just to get to a range.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where it started, about 2015. And then I was buying everything Mile High or Euro Optic could give me. And it was pretty bad. I mean, you know how expensive the spur mounts and the AITs and stuff. And pretty much lost my credit card, and at the time I didn't make very much money, and I was, pretty scared. And after about quite a few months, I asked the wife why she didn't report it, and she came back to me and was like, "Yeah, the thief actually spent less than you, so I let it go." But honestly, it's just great community. I've made so many good friends through shooting and that, so it just blossomed going on.
So you decided to start your own kind of gear company, support the matches. Yeah, I heard you have like a mobile thing. Anybody's gear breaking down at the match, you kind of help them out. Is that what I'm getting?
Yeah, I kind of had to explain to the wife why I was doing this, and it cost. Why is your hobby so expensive? Swanny's is literally, I mean, it might be close to a year old now. It's really young, but I've been shooting, and I thought, man, I really needed to bring the Midwest some loving, and I get to shoot with some of the greatest shooters on this planet, and I get feedback that's amazing, and I brought it to people here in the Midwest and stuff like that, and the best part of it, I'll be honest with you, is just the feedback. I mean, we're not a Midwest because there's stuff that works and there's stuff that doesn't work, and we tend to have the stuff that really works, and it's the feedback from the shooters I get to shoot with every time.
Yeah, that's one thing you definitely notice when you go look on your website. There's no bullshit on there. There's not I don't think there's a single product on your website that I wouldn't buy and use immediately.
Let's get on that.
Oh.
Yeah, we have tangent thetas.
Ooh, fancy. A levitating one.
Levitating.
That's awesome.
This dude has automatic refills, automatic cigars, and then he has automatic scope products. And he's not even he's like in a public area, I think. It's like, what the fuck?
Yep. So, hey, real quick, a little bit off topic, kind of a hot off the press thing. Have you guys seen the new Bergara B14 Rimfire that they released today? Or released pictures of today?
I saw you kind of initially post it, and then I saw some other people. You post a picture of the magazine, and it looked like some 22 magazine. And then I scrolling through my feed again, someone actually posted a rifle. So that looked like a slick setup, but MRP is just over 1,000, right? For that?
Yep. Setup? But so the biggest thing is Voodoo better watch out on this one, because it's pretty much the same setup there. The AICS size mags, takes 700 triggers. It'll fit in a 700 chassis, 700 scope base for a lot less. So interesting to see how that one will play out.
Okay. I'll take your word on that one. Watch out, Voodoo.
We'll see what happens.
Bergara's coming for you.
I mean, so there's never going to be anything that's going to be a Voodoo.
Well, you don't know that,
but in the I don't see that happening. But for people that don't shoot as good as the Voodoo shoots, but want a perfect scale trainer,
perfect. Just above the 1022, right?
Yeah, just above it, a little bit better.
Well, no, I'm just saying that's a good pocket to be in right there, because there is no in between really. I mean, you got the CZ.
Let's say, and I just got a CZ.
It's a badass.
The
CZ
love it.
is just
the last match I shot with my CZ, I missed 3 targets, and they were all my fault. So
that's usually what happens anymore.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit! Hold on, are they not your fault most of the time? Like, what match are we shooting here? what CZ do you have?
Hey, embrace the American Rifle Series. They're not my fault when I miss. I mean, It was the wind or something else. The RO did not see it. I don't know why they didn't see that big splash.
Oh, the sun was in my eyes. And I think that's why a lot of the top shooters like shoot with me. It's like they're like, oh wow, you know, at least they're done with the stage. They're like, well, at least we didn't shoot like Swanny. And then they're like,
Oh.
okay, we're good. We're good. At least we're not Swanny.
Look, everybody loves you, Swanny. In the comments, let's see. Well, I got called out. Sam, I did not dry fire yet today. I will, but I just got home from work. But Derek Duncan says, give me back my son.
Give me back my son.
Andy says, and give me your jersey hoodie. Rick Reisinger says, good people right there. Bubba John says, Jeremy Swanny is the man. Nick Laufenberg said, Swanny, what's up, Broseph? Jorge says, what's up, peeps? Mike Slack says, finally a Bergara he would buy. American Rifle Series, Voodoo. Clay Wilcox says, Swanny is the greatest guy in the game. King Swanny.
I don't know about that. Maybe if you give me a Burger King hat, I'll wear that proudly. No, the shooting community is unreal, man. The people I've met, it's just good people, man. It's just unreal, you know. And a lot of these people that you'll hear names of are just people that were like nervous to get into it, you know. They're afraid to jump into it.
Back my son.
And then I'm getting back talk here. So the biggest thing is just, you know, especially for newer shooters, it's just do it, man. Have fun and just have fun and just shoot. That's it.
There we go. Jen, what do you have?
Oh, I don't even have notes open yet. Hold on.
Oh shit!
I know.
Notes to this?
I've been sharing
Yeah,
to all the groups.
We try to follow some type of fucking some type of structure.
I don't know.
Swanny, I'll hit it. Swanny Comp's gear really appears to be one-stop shop for precision rifle shooting gear.
Is he frozen?
Did you guys lose them too, or no?
Yes, I lost him.
Okay, so I think he wants me to talk about Swanny'sCompGear.com.
Oh shit!
That's easy enough. I started it with the Midwest, bringing it back to the Midwest because, again, I mean, there's just not a lot of ranges and stuff like that in the Midwest. But there's a lot of good shooters here, and it was just my daughter got sick of making pizzas, and me and her talked a little bit and put two and two together, and I said, hey, can you pack boxes? And maybe we'll start selling some of these bags, you know, Armageddon gear and Weebad, and, you know, amp plates. Oh, sorry. This Gray Ops. Here they feed us with Gray Ops plates and stuff instead of, you know, oh, you got one too.
I wonder where I got this.
I have no clue.
I think I got it from like the most awesome shop ever.
Possibly. But we started it as and there's Swanny's oil.
Ooh.
But
is that beard oil to have a beard as majestic as you?
If you put it in your beard, trust me, I've had some issues. I tried it.
Oh.
I lost about 4 months out of the beard.
Because I need some help in that department. I got to catch up.
I wasn't going to say nothing.
I'm just a wee boy.
But no, Swanny started it, you know, me and my daughter and I, and you know, it just it gained wheels really quick. You know, it's amazing when you're an honest person what good things happen in life, you know. And we're really blessed to have orders, and you know, one day it might not be there, you know. So we just do day by day and just go out and have fun every time we shoot.
So this is the one-stop shop for your PRS needs, right? Is that so? You're selling all the your bags, your steels, your brass, your triggers, your all chassis, all that.
Yeah, you know, the new APA brake. You know, obviously the Skybox, right? You guys see me? Mm-hmm. But yeah, we kind of take the feedback from the top shooters and stuff, and we go back to the drawing board and we say, hey, this is one of the products we want to, you know, This is one of the new products. These are awesome. Send it levels.
Oh wow.
Those
Don't
are
have to come off the
sweet.
scope.
Those are
Yeah,
really
those are
cool.
But the coolest part is it's stuff that we get feedback from top shooters and us shooting with the products, and we bring it back to the what we thought was going to be the Midwest, but it's grown all over the country, actually all over the world. Canada and South Africa now, and things like that.
Yeah, I was about to say you may be in the Midwest, but down here in Augusta, Georgia, when I think of like, where do I go and buy this? Swanny's Comp Gear comes to mind.
And we're pretty humble about that. I mean, we're blessed because we just like to have fun every time we go and shoot, and it's grown. It's awesome. It could be gone tomorrow, but at the end of the day, the people that surround Swanny's has made it into a community, and you got people out there that spend $80 on a jersey.
Everyone's asking when they can get another one too. The comments are all, when can I get another jersey? When are you going to do orders for those?
They've been ordered. They're going to be here in 2 weeks. And we see it, and I already put in the next order for the next jersey set. So we got T-shirts coming too. I know a lot of people were asking about those. We're trying to keep up because I have another job that I do, but we're trying to stay on track.
I love that y'all go to matches. Like, I hate paying shipping. I mean, I will, but like, it just is the most pointless money. I feel like I just could burn it,
Mm-hmm.
And so I love whenever I'm like, oh, I really want such and such. Oh, but Swanny will be at the Precision Rifle Expo, where I wasn't even, but I had somebody buy me one. So yeah, I love that you go to matches and that you're out and about. Where did the monkey smoking a cigar logo come from? Tell us about that. There's got to be a story.
I'll give you one hint. But so in my other career, I own a medical company that sells a lot of these people probably in the messages. I don't see them, but butt scopes or endoscopy, ear, nose, throat. I sell scopes that enter the body. And for years, I was just a technician. Started in the year 2000, and I just got really good at fixing these scopes. And I would just be in there, and just like a lot of these gunsmiths that are just legends, and just work and do their thing. And people just called me the scope monkey, and I was a scope monkey because I'm in there working on shit, literally. And so they called me the scope monkey, and it just hit because I do shows like you're talking about the expo, but like in the endoscopy world, I would do shows where it was just like the same thing, except doctors from like just came out of a bunker from like, you name it. I mean, countries, Uzbekistan to, they come to this expo and just buy these scopes off the rack. And so that's why I travel. I just like, if I'm going to go down to the Gap grind, I'm going to bring my shit with me, and people are going to need it. Your trigger is going to freaking fail. Somebody of 852 shooters, shit's going to happen. And I hope to be there to help them. And I had 10 people come to my booth, even though I was searching for sure. I was in dire straits. They're coming to my booth needing stuff. I'm just like, take it, get your shit back in the game and go play. And that's why like Phil Cash in the MPA, his trailer, I mean, he was shooting, but it was full of people just fixing shit in there. 419 did the same thing. And people, they're shooting, but people are filming. That's what's so awesome about this community. I sell the scope to the doctor. Next thing you do, he's going to complain. And these people are going to say, hey, thank you for saving me. This doctor is going to say in some foreign language that you're an asshole because he messed it up somehow and ran it over with a truck. And he needs a new one. And I'm going to tell him to pound dirt. So so the monkey has gone from endoscopy, butt scopes, if you will, over to this community, and the cigar was the add-on.
I wonder where the cigar part came from.
That's
So-
hilarious.
I still have to figure that out.
So you're a master at fixing butt scopes, essentially.
Yeah, I can make you a ribbed one real quick.
That's awesome. I guess it's awesome, right? I mean, I don't know if I've ever talked to somebody that's a master at repairing butt scopes, but
those things are actually pretty amazing. All the scopes, bronchoscopes and glide scopes, and they're all
100%.
very, I'm an ER nurse and we use a lot of those, and it's just, they're amazing little devices, I tell you. Yeah.
One like a big hospital will have 100 of these scopes, and they're about $26,000 new each. And it's like, you can fix that. Yeah, we can fix that. It's really not that hard. It's like someone fixing a computer,
And then somebody doesn't put the right caps on when they go to sterilize it
and flood it, and then blame you for it.
Yeah.
Catch me outside. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
So, Jen, who do you guys use to fix your butt scopes?
Yeah, that's a great question.
I'm actually not sure.
Because I have a monkey without the cigar that'll go good with your department. So we'll take the cigar out.
And then that's the way we could save on shipping. If you break a butt scope, he could deliver stuff to you at work.
100%.
We just went to some, and I don't remember the name of the company, but we went to some disposable scopes, which is new and different.
Gaze aids.
I won't say the name of the company, but we'll talk offline. But the company made our doctor mad because the amount of money that they wanted to maintain.
Yeah. Disposable. You're talking about something that's checking for cancer. Come back in 6 months. If you don't diagnose it right then, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh no, we don't use our scopes for that. We use our scopes to intubate emergently. So, if you don't get it, then you're really screwed.
And I even have scopes to get the little paper clip out of a cat's mouth. I get it. I understand it, but it's pretty vital to use something that's going to work, not a disposable. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you're saving my life. Oh, I got a disposable for that.
Yeah. Yeah, agreed. What do you got, Greg? Bunch of live.
All right, so here's Greg's live question. Do you have like one of these $26,000 scopes at home you could use for a borescope?
I've got about 900 scopes in house if you want to buy one. I have them for borescopes, but the problem is like, I think we know this community pretty well to where you'll buy a $10,000 rig all set up, but if you have to spend X amount of money for something different, oh, that's too much. No way. Or training. Oh, that's too much. Why would you're spending that for a bipod? And you're just like,
nah.
You just spent 10 G's on a scope in your rig. So yeah, I've been asked to go into that market, and I can make some cool stuff to really, you could go in and remove, copper fouling and stuff like that, but it's like, it's not worth the money because somebody's going to be like, oh, I got this thing that goes down your sewer drain, and I stuck it in and it worked perfect.
Yeah,
I stay out of this market for that reason.
It sounds like the 3-gun community also. It's like, dude, we got fucking, $3,000 rifles. We got a nice 2011 pistol. We got all the gear and shit that go with it. And then as soon as you try to get or try to talk to a sponsor or trying to get a sponsorship, oh, I'm too broke to afford your product. Can I try to get a sponsor deal for you?
Yeah.
Dude, you're running a fucking
STI.
Infinity. Yeah, you're running a $12,000 pistol, dude. You're complaining you want a patch company to sponsor you because
I got it the other day.
So what's going? Yeah,
I got it the other day. I'm like, hey, listen.
It's not just 3-gun. It's kind of every kind. I've seen it everywhere.
No, I get it because it's like, how many people have like problems in 3-gun? Their pistol goes down or something like that. I'm like, dude, run this Swanny's oil. Check it out. Just play with it. But I don't clean my shit. I'm like, okay, no problem. I'm out. Because I'll be blamed the first time it goes down and they, put too much in and it dripping down their leg.
I put Swanny's oil on this thing 3 years ago, and now it quit working. That stuff.
Well, this one time at band camp, I put it on my flute, and.
All right, let me hit some of these live real quick because we are filling up over here. We got Ron said hello from Boaz, Alabama. Todd said CZ over Bergara. Kevin Rich said Swanny! ! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Nick said, I love you, Jennifer Seymour.
Hey, Nick.
Let's see, more.
I'm jealous, Nick. Thanks.
Derek said it was Swanny's gayness that caused him to miss.
Wow.
Troy said Swanny is my hero.
It's a nice mixed bag.
Yeah. Do I respond to any of that? Because I don't know where to go.
Yeah.
Let's see. Marvin said he needs him a Swanny jersey. Ali Zane said hashtag Swanny Nation.
There's a shooter right there.
Yeah.
The only person I've ever sponsored.
Ooh.
13-year-old going out, making men cry, grown-ass men cry, because she just goes out and has fun. That's what it's about. Just go out, have fun, and just pull the trigger. She is the epitome of Swan Nights, because she just goes out and just drills it. She's awesome. She's amazing. And eventually she'll be away from Swannies, because I'm just this little shop over here that sells this stuff, and she's going to be big. She's huge. And she's had Regina helping her in that. And Regina's amazing. And so the Zanes are amazing people. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Let's see. Billy Nix said my peep and Swanny 2020.
Oh, no. Trump's got to get in. Trump's got to get in again. 2024. I'll go against Junior.
Yeah, there we go.
He's probably watching.
Kevin Rich said the Gray Ops plate is the business.
What is this plate? So Jennifer has one. I seen it. Swanny posted up. I just went to the website now. I see it on the homepage all the way down. What is this Gray Ops minigun plate? What is this?
So the Gray Ops mini. I mean, it's just stability. I played football into college, and I just can't get into a barricade like Matt Rousseau, who just falls into a barricade and just shoots it. I don't fall into anything. If I fall into just a mess. I'm just a fat mess. And I needed to figure out some stability. And when he came out with that, and I've given it to people all across this nation, and that thing, it fixes certain aspects of shooting. I mean, you still got to have your, DTF, as Jake Vibert says, breathe, trigger, follow through, or whatever your, with these, the Gray Ops plate that help level you, this way. Whereas, if you're having issues, you're having issues in many different ways. At least this will keep you level. You know what I'm saying? And it's just stability. It gives you stability is where I was going with that. I lost my mind.
It just helps, like it sits on the bag instead of having, the forearm of the gun on the bag where it's going to rock around, it might rock or whatever.
Yeah,
it's just a plate that attaches to the bottom. It attaches on the Arca rail on the bottom of the gun.
Okay.
And then it'll just sit on that bag.
All right, there we go.
Sorry, I don't want to be prejudiced. Or Armageddon gear. It'll just sit, and it's just stable. It goes nowhere, and the rifle sits on it.
Yeah.
It's just stability. That's all it is. Don't we need a little stability in our life?
There it is.
Nah, chaos.
We have more lives. You want to run through those real quick?
Oh Lord, they're gonna get pretty raunchy. These people drink whiskey and stuff. No.
Or Jen, if you want to wrap up some of that live, and then we'll move on here. We're at the halfway mark already.
Let's see. I gotta see. Greg Walsh says Swanny's got it all. Billy Nix says it's Maxine. Billy is thinking.
Well, Greg Walsh, he sells the Walsh Defense.
Mm-hmm.
120 rounds. You put that in your bag, you're good for the day. And yeah, these are awesome.
Jeez.
Go ahead. Number 2.
Jared Joplin said you won't be running against JR. Look out for Ivanka. Oh, for Junior. Look out for Ivanka. Remember, you heard it here.
That's he owns 8 breaks, and he needs to get in the shop and keep working. But their brakes are amazing. Let me tell you, The new Gen 3 APA brakes. Amazing. They got this is the Lester. It's got the 8 holes. You can, it's pretty amazing how you can adjust the recoil to you and the gun. So, yeah.
Sweet. The people want to know who your helper is, so they're going to have to.
My helper?
They're going to have to come on camera. They want to see Heckler.
So I've got, Heckler? Wait, hold on. I've got, over here, I've got, come on in. Come on in.
You have to now. Everyone wants to see you.
They're coming. It's just small. Aaron Hip.
Aaron.
Chad Heckler. One person left, and we got Dan Rilett. I got a few helpers.
There you go. All
You're
right.
all trying to be incognito.
Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Sneaky ninjas.
And we're good with live there?
Let's see. What do we have? We have another Swanny 2020.
Uh-oh. Don't make me do this.
Keegan said, "Do the dab."
Ooh.
Alrighty.
Troy says hip, never heard of her.
Oh. He doesn't have headphones, so he'll just take it like he usually does.
Oh, he didn't even hear. It's no fun if he didn't hear. Well, now you have to tell him what he said.
Was that Troy Live saying?
Yes.
The guy with the baby beard?
Mhm.
There we go.
Troy said, never mind. It was pretty vulgar.
There we go. All right. We'll keep them live questions coming. We appreciate those. Keeps the show rolling. Used products. You're one of the few people offering used items. How is this working for you? Do you do trade-ins or do you
I do
just outright buy used?
So the used stuff is what really feeds me. Because I'll tell you what, you get people that can't afford this shit. I mean, this hobby is expensive as hell.
Mm-hmm.
You get active military people. You get guys reloading for 2 kids, their wife, and they're pulling up with a polygamous man that they're doing everything for, and they're showing up and they're doing all this work. They just don't have the money, man, and they can't afford this shit. And my used started up, and it was eye-opening. About 10 minutes into when I first started that, and I put a little post out like, "Hey, I'm gonna be cool," and that shit was gone. And then I get feedback. I get this one guy's like, "Man, my buddy was, down in the dumps, just went through a divorce and all this bullshit." And he's like, he couldn't afford anything. And you send him an Armageddon gear bag and all this stuff. I'm like, yeah, it was, some of the stuff was actually given to me, so I give it to them for free. And it was that stuff. I have more fun with the used and the free stuff that we give out than I do with the shit I make 20% on. I'll be honest with you, because it's the people that come back to you, that come to you at the get grind and just say, "Hey, I just want to talk to you on the side," and just say, "You really helped me out." And that's what this community is about. And I'm just going to be honest with you. There's nothing like that. There's not. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be 15 tomorrow, but I'll tell you what. If you can help somebody else out, they'll repay you with whether it's a hug, a high five, or a fucking great cigar. I'll tell you what, that's what it's about. That's why Swanny's in 1 year is doing so good. It's because you take care of the people who take care of you. And that's, I haven't updated my used because I literally have a Santa Claus list of people waiting for certain stuff. And if that stuff comes in, and if you have something to send in, I'm not using it. I promise you guys. I carry 1 or 2 bags. That stuff is going to people that they feel down or ashamed that they can't afford this. That's going to them, and they're able to shoot these matches because, people, Chris Soika, I can give you a long list of people that just send in their stuff. I don't use this shit. Open your safe back there. cannon. Let's see what you got and you're not using that somebody else can. And they use that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Swanny's is about. It used to be about, hey, let's have an excuse to go shooting and have it paid for. Now it's just like, how do we help somebody else out?
So the used stuff, you're not selling the used stuff. You're just giving it away to people who has a
both.
You have both. Okay. All right.
Yeah, like
no, I appreciate
like Troy Livesay, you were saying before, he sent me a duffel bag worth of shit, and it was like good stuff. And I had a list of people who needed stuff, and boom, boom, they took it. They went out and shot, and they reported back like, man, thanks, man. I didn't have to ask anybody or be embarrassed or this or that, and they got to shoot and story over. Next person.
Yeah, I appreciate
Sorry about that.
I appreciate the used stuff too, because actually there's one other website that I know that does it outside. It's not a PRS website or anything like that. But man, you being in the industry, something, it's not even about can you afford it or not necessarily. It's just like, dude, I just need this one fucking spring for this gun. I don't really give a shit about buying it new. I just want it used. I save a couple $. Cool deal. I pop it in my gun. It works. I'm a happy camper.
Barricade stocks from MPA, stuff that I haven't used in so long. It just sit around that they want to try out or use. It's just sitting there. Why wouldn't you? You know, I troll looking for people. Josh from Wisconsin, Ulicky, needed. I don't even know what the hell I said. What's that? Oh, he needed a grip from MBT, and you know, it's like, yeah, I've got one sitting on something, and ripped it off and sent it to him. It's like, how do you keep people in the game? Just keep them, feed them.
Mm-hmm.
It's like crack.
Yeah, and what you were saying about the community, you know, I really got to experience that. Just, you know, I've only been getting into this. Last Gap Grind was my first match, and just the amount of people that are like, here, I have this, I haven't used it in forever, you can have this, or, you know, here, you know, you're brand new, here's a good deal on this. It really does help, because it's an ungodly expensive sport, and there's, you know, so many people just sitting on piles and piles of stuff that, you know, they want off the prize table.
And what works for you, because you're, what works for you probably doesn't work for a fat ass like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like, you're like, me, I don't need this support. Pretty supportive, where I'm a weeble wobble, and I need all poured all over me. I need people lighting cigars and stuff for me. And so that's where it comes in. It's like, what doesn't work for me doesn't mean, oh, let's just leave it in a safe. It's like, good. And sorry, asking if we need cigars. What works for everybody, you know, nothing works for everybody. That's why there's so many different companies out there. And so we just try to hone in and do what we can to make the community just grow a little bit more.
Yeah. And kind of along those same lines, one thing I've heard is that you guys do kind of a return policy on shooting bags, where if you buy it and you're like, this isn't for me, just send it back and get a store credit.
100%. I mean, like, I try to stock what, like, the cool kids shoot, you know what I'm saying? And what the people, like, I use their feedback and we say, okay, these bags tend to be the best, or this tends to be the best. And so we kind of just sit there and say, you know, this is what we think, you know, works. And if it doesn't work for you, send it back. We'll give you 100% in-store credit, and I'll have my kid, you know, scrubbing it clean. I'll resell it new. Just kidding. We'll sell it used. We'll sell it used, but at the end of the day, like, we have 0 returns, and the reason is because they get what it works. Because there's so many areas. I mean, other than Oklahoma, Texas, and all these main shooting areas, there's so many people trying to get into it. You just find what works, and if it works for them, and most of the time, if it doesn't work for them, I guarantee you, knowing this community, they're gonna find a friend and give it to them.
And it's very true about the, you know, what you were saying, what works for you may not work for somebody else. You know, I guess my pro getting into this, I got into this because another co-host on the show tricked me into shooting the gap grind.
I needed an amateur.
So she tricked me into it.
Oh, me too. But they made me shoot pro, and I needed an amateur. So
yeah, you got to listen to Shannon bitch about it. Oh.
Yeah. And, you know, she was like, this bag is my favorite bag in the world. It's awesome. You know, it's nice and light and easy to carry and all this stuff. And I was like, cool. And, you know, getting into it, I was like, okay, this works. And then at the gap grind, you know, Tom being awesome like he is with Armageddon gear was, you know, they were giving away stuff. And somebody was very instrumental in getting me chosen to receive this prize.
I might have screamed and yelled like an idiot to get him. You got a free bag.
And that's where I was going. And I got the full-size Game Changer. And I used it the next day. I was like, oh my God, this is the greatest bag ever. And I was like, Jen, try this. And I think she almost fell over when I threw it at her because it's so freaking heavy. But yeah, that works awesome for me.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the OG wax Game Changer, that or the Wevad Whiskey Charlie. I mean, you can't go wrong. I mean, you could literally, especially if you travel across the country and you're shooting, you know, those are the bags that are used. I mean, everything else you could borrow from a friend, you know, pump fulls. Everybody's got a pump full, you know what I'm saying, in your group. So I don't even bring that. And I save room for my undies and socks.
Mm-hmm. So, hey, quick question. What's your review of the Americana Inn?
Oh, the Americana Inn.
Oh shit.
Oh Lord.
Hey, can you dig it? Yeah. Not if listen, I'm from Detroit area. It's just a different kind of ghetto there, man. Just a different kind of ghetto. You know, meth mouth happens.
Yeah, meth is bad.
Dirty people, man. And the cops took me through that place. We were searching for some coin, and the cops found it, but not all of it. And if there's something I can take out of this, is, you know, listen, I'm not here to hurt another company or something like that, but yeah, you know, we make 20 to 30% on our product, you know. So, you know, to them it was a new house in that area. You know what I'm saying? Like I lost a house to them. To me, it's like my vendors are going to be asking me for payment soon. I need to pay them. Well, guess what that money was, and that's the hard part about it is trying to say, hey, listen, you know. And I sat down with the Americana and I said, I'll give every one of you $500, which is life changing. You can get dentures, you can, you know, whatever. You could smoke meth for a month and be cool. And nobody wanted to take that offer. I said, I'll disappear. I won't press charges, but I don't know. It's crooked and it's a shame, but I'm glad it happened to me and not one of my friends.
So you got some gear stolen out. You got some gear stolen, I'm assuming.
No.
A giant box of cash.
Yeah, my cash box. I worked the gap grind, and I'd done pretty good there. And they're about to double next year, but I had about 12 grand cash in my cash box, and they decided to clean my room early. Let's just say that.
Damn. But so in all seriousness, kind of what I was trying to go into with that.
That was serious.
Well, yeah, that was some very serious shit.
I'm just kidding.
I kind of want to talk a little bit about, like, how do you guys handle going to matches? You know, when you have, you know, tens of thousands of dollars worth of gear in your car or on the airplane, you know, what measures do you take to kind of try and prevent that?
Obviously, there's not many measures. So the Americana was I went to court. So I went all the way back down to there, and I was in court, and I saw all these people. Oh, hey, Mr. Swanson, and all this shit. And I'm like, okay, they're here to hear my side of the story, the case and that, right? No, they were there for their cases, because they done not paid tickets. They do. you couldn't make up the story. I'm sitting here and they were up seeing the judge. They were there at my court case for their court case. Okay. So the Americana Inn sucks. End of story. You're asking about, I locked my trailer. But here's the thing. Think about this. I had about $100,000 worth of shit sitting in the middle of K&M. Amazing Shannon K has. I didn't think twice that a game changer would grow legs and walk away. I didn't think that any of my stuff would walk. I had more security in that than actually where I paid to stay and where I got robbed.
Mm-hmm.
So this, again, back to the community, I feel safe with this community because, I mean, and there's people, I got envelopes of cash coming in and it's going back for people and all GoFundMe's and stuff. It's not what this is about. But that's what the community is about because security wise, I mean, I could leave my shit just under a tent wide open for anybody to walk off with. And guess what? My inventory is the same.
You always have your tent out there. And I think about Wisconsin. We were joking before we went live about at that match, you know, it started raining at one point and we were coming back and all your stuff was out there because you just left all your stuff out there and went to go shoot. You know, we hiked off, a mile away and your stuff was just sitting there.
The Wisconsin Mammoth?
I wasn't going to say that, but... But, you know, nobody touched your stuff. Yeah, they did do a great job, but nobody touched your stuff. It was all perfectly fine sitting there until Mother Nature decided to try and, you know, moisten it all. But
and guess what? Everybody came to my first place they went was to my tent and then helped me pack it in.
Okay, sorry. I know we're skipping to live real quick. Billy Nix.
Okay.
Best courtroom coverage since the White Bronco and the Bloody Glove. And the American Rifle Series. Yeah, I was laughing in meetings, by the way. I'm sitting there in meetings like, oh my God. But also the American Rifle Series said Swanny's live posting of the court date, phenomenal.
It was, you couldn't make, so it was kind of weird. Like my blood pressure, everything like a pregnant woman's breast milk. I mean, just drops, right? My blood pressure dropped when that mother effer walked into this court. And he sits down and I'm like, I got to sit in the same room as that meth mouth motherfucker. I said, all right, no problem. I sit there and I'm with Jared and so he goes out and have a smoke break. I think, I think I'm gonna go outside and take a potty break. And I met him outside. Whatever happened. The police came. But yeah, it was, bro. You couldn't make it. These people were just. He beat his dog. He beat his wife. He's smoking meth. He's selling him meth. Who's smoking it? And I'm just sitting here like, what the fuck is wrong with this part of America? Like half the community was there because I didn't know that many people. I mean, that was the nicest building in Finger, Tennessee, other than K&M. Hands down. And it was full.
That's crazy.
Nuts.
Yeah, that's nuts. This shit is nuts. What else you got live?
Oh God, we have a lot. And if we miss you live, I'm sorry. There is a lot out here. Jorge says, I agree, Swanny. It feels good to give back. We gave 3 SWAT snipers game changer bags at our last night match, and they appreciated that a lot.
Jorge's amazing.
We have Nick that said Santa Swanny 2020.
You always have a side gig.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't like people on my lap though. I'm not, I got OCD, man.
Like any people? Like
nothing on my lap, man. Like,
okay.
Yeah, no.
Bubba John wants to know if you'll trade for some hot sauce.
No. I got diarrhea last time I had this hot sauce. That's a fact. And it was hot coming out. It was like a bad night at Thai. You ever go to a Thai food place and complain about their Thai food? Oh, it wasn't hot enough? Oh, next day. Yeah, that's what his stuff did to me. No offense, John.
Jared Joplin said, when will you have some of the new Dasher brass? He needs some before Billy Nix buys it all. And just to clarify, he said he needs right-handed brass, not left-handed.
I don't have that. Only left-handed stuff.
Dying. Ken Wheeler said, we loved having Seymour and Swanny in Wisconsin. Great people.
Nice.
It was a fun match.
It was.
Billy said,
you shot, Jennifer, you shot pretty damn good there.
I don't know. I didn't shoot too good there. I had the first day I shot really well.
I mean, we did 6 stages the whole freaking weekend. I mean, come on.
The second day I didn't do so hot. But it was fun, and I want to get back up there. I loved those guys. I had a good time hanging out with everybody up there. I really did have.
Anytime you can shoot at a winery, cool story, bro.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
do like wine.
I made the Wisconsin boys adopt me because I got up there and didn't really know where to go or anything, and so I was like, they helped me out the first day, and then I was like a little puppy dog and followed them around the rest of the weekend.
There was a map in your book.
I didn't get the book at first, not for the sight-in day.
Oh, okay.
Thank you very much.
Blame everyone else but you. I got you.
I just looked cute and said, how do I get there? And they said, here, you want to ride with us? And I was like, yeah.
That's what I did. I looked real cute.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, man. You said you had one more from Billy Nix, or?
Yeah, what did Billy say? Billy said something.
Just one more from him?
You know, I said that, and then I looked back over here, and there's even more.
Hit?
Billy said that him and Maxine will always shoot at Wisconsin. They love the match and the venue. Gina said, I think Swanny should be a regular on TSM.
I agree.
Yeah, definitely should come on here more.
I think he's pretty cool. But I'm kind of like particular.
Let's see.
Ooh, that's impressive. Hold on. Don't do it. We got it. Hold on. Dan Rylett is learning.
Well, whatever it is, do it.
You see that? That's a good ash going right there. That's weak. That's weak. You know, can I give you a funny story or no?
Hell yeah.
So I was shooting with Jake Vibert, and we're hanging out, and I smoke cigars, and I'm like, okay, what are you gonna smoke? Virginia Slims or something? You know what I'm saying? With your Zima, and
with a Jolly Rancher in it.
And he's like, no, I'll smoke. So we go to the this cigar bar where we're at, and he's smoking. We're on my front porch, and he's smoking this. It's an acid with like vanilla extract or some gay ass shit. And next thing you know, he's got an ash like this. And I've got this $70 cigar, and I'm smoking. I'm like, he's like, Swanny, what do you think about this? I'm like, that is the most competitive mother effer you'll ever meet, because I don't know if he had Elmer's glue, but he made sure he smoked it down to here, and that damn ash smoked mine, and my cigar was twice his size.
Damn.
You can't make that shit up.
Oh, man. There you go. Off that, what are your thoughts on the 6 Gay Tiger? We've been thinking about switching to the 6mm and ordering barrels soon.
Dasher, Gay Tiger. Now, the Dasher has been great. It's been amazing. The longer neck, no feed issues. And I'll be honest with you, this Hornady brass, George Gardner brought a bunch of it to get Brian's like, pimp it out for me, Swanny. And he has Ken Lynn's walking over there and putting all these boxes in front of my booth, and everyone's on. It was like zombies. Like crack was just opened up, and free crack for everybody. And everyone's reaching in and buying this stuff. And I'm looking at it like, this shit looks like Lapua. And it was actually the Hornady, first edition. And man, this shit is just legit. And then Alpha's coming out with it. And it's just the longer neck. I mean, this Hornady, what I like about it, I'm going to throw it away before I even anneal it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's that good in price. So the Gay Tigers were to go. I mean, obviously 6GT was George Tom Jacobs, but I think ARS got a hold of that and turned it into the Gay Tiger, which is cool, which I like. And you gain. I was shooting with Ken down in at Rockland, and I'll tell you what, I had 2 Dasher rifles, and then I had the Gay Tiger, and pretty much ran the same Kestrel. Everything was the same, but 850 to 1,000, you gained about 2/10 of wind, and that was pretty amazing to see. I mean, there's a guy shooting some, I don't know, probably like a 375 H&H. He shot it, and you had to hold him from falling over on his head. Some deer hunter, just came out of the woods, shooting some caliber that I couldn't even handle, and he was trying to get to 1,000. He came over and shot the Gay Tiger and just was lighting it up. He's like, I've never been past 200, and he was just hammering at 1,000. He went 9 for 9 at 1,000 yards with the Gay Tiger, and that's pretty cool. So it works. It works. I mean, there's a lot of good calibers out there. I mean, something else will be invented by the time I take the headset off, and it's like a computer. By the time you get home, something new is invented and stuff like that. But I'll be honest with you, that's a good round, and it fits a need for the PRS or NRL.
Jen, is that why? What are your reasons for going to that caliber? Or
Swanny
thinking it? You're thinking about going to that
No,
caliber, right?
I decided about a week and a half ago. I talked with Mark Soule, my gunsmith, and I was like, "What do you think?" And I've talked to a bunch of people about it, but I decided about a week and a half ago I'm probably gonna change over to that. I want to go to a 6mm something, and so I kind of started looking at all the different ones and asked a bunch of questions, and at the Gap Grind asked some different people in our squad while we were sitting around, what they thought about them, and just I've heard of some feeding issues with the Dasher on occasion, and you got to modify your mags, and it's just kind of the best of both worlds.
It is, and I'll be honest. Like I love the Dasher. It hammers. Francis Cole builds frickin' hammers. Exodus rifles. They build hammers for the Dasher, and I'd never like I took the AW mags and put in the HRD kits, and I never had a problem. I shot the finale, and every other one I was having feeding issues. I never had it before. Then all of a sudden it was like, Gay Tiger, talking to me like, why am I having issues feeding all of a sudden? And so I went from not having feeding issues to what the fuck's going on in the middle of a match on the first stage. And is that the only reason? No. But I don't know. It's a cool name. Just saying. Adam and Eve, Adam and Steve, whatever.
I didn't want to have to fire for my brass either, and you don't have to.
There you go.
I'm too lazy for all that.
Yeah, me too. I'm so lazy I don't even light my own cigar.
I know you have like the harem there to help you.
I'm talking about.
All right, what do we have live? We have them piling up.
You gotta flip back over to that.
Greg,
I
what do you
don't
got?
see the live. Probably good for me though.
I'm trying to see where we're at. Here, I'll start.
Scrolling back up.
All right. Abby Nunes said, "I love you, Swanny."
Mutual.
Josh Halligan said, "Swanny needs a caddy if he goes back to Wisconsin."
Fact. Oh
So does Seymour. I need a caddy too. I need a Sherpa or something.
That was brutal, man. I need a helicopter ride.
Keegan Swanson says, "Dad, do the dab."
I just did. That's my daughter, the other part of Swannies.
Let's see. American Rifle Series said Rainbow Tiger, Rainbow Tiger, Rainbow
Fact.
Tiger, Rainbow Tiger.
Let's ARS chime in for you. Hey, American Rifle Series. They want you on this. Don't you guys want them on here, right?
Yeah.
I've already said I want to have the American Rifle Series on. We have messaged about it, and someone
it's not
never
coming.
would. They wouldn't do it.
I
I said
will-
they're
Oh.
chicken.
I
don't
will
know if
send
it's
them like a
chicken.
screen and a voice changer, and
Let's just say they like Star Wars, and like if TBS is doing replays of like Star Wars or Star Trek or whatever this shit is, you are not getting them off that to go on here. I'm just saying.
Makes sense.
Not really, but it sounded cool.
What else? Any more live, or we can move on here?
oh yeah, let's see, where were we at? ARS shows up like you called my name. That was Jorge. He also said 6 Dasher with factory Alfie munitions brass gen. Michael Carnell said Gay Tiger is where it's at, getting close to 2,500 rounds on his, and it's still going strong.
That's a big one, dude. The barrel.
Yeah. I think that's all right now.
That's it? Nobody likes us? That's it.
Oh, we have lots of likes. There's just so many for me to figure out which ones we've hit or not.
Oh, okay.
All right. I'm on the Swanny's PRS Sportsman's Award. What's that all about?
So kind of like I said, going back and saying, hey, you know, it's cool to be tactical. I'm not Delta. Obviously, look at me. I wouldn't pass the sit-up test. And everything was about changing the community to where it was just fun to shoot. Just have fun and shoot. That's it. And so at the beginning of the year, we said we're going to do something because, I mean, we bought a batch of jerseys that are just obnoxiously loud, and we didn't know where it would go, and they were sold out before we even got them in. And we're like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then you show up to a match, and there's just jerseys everywhere, and you're just like, you kind of sit back, and you're just like, ah, damn, they paid for that shit. You know, they're paying to wear that ugly shit, you know? And at the end of the day, we're like, man, who did just have fun and shoot? And, you know, Frank Zane, you know, his daughter's shooting lights out, but he's a great shooter, and he's reloading for her, doing all this stuff. And can you put the one smoke in? Sorry, bud. And he was the first because he went through a lot helping her stay on track. How many matches was he standing behind her, not even shooting? But he loaded that ammo. He got everything going. And I'm just sitting here like, dude, that's a cool cat right there, man. Like, you travel all this way and you're not even shooting. He had more joy out of how much greatness she was achieving. And he was like literally, this is their first year, and they wouldn't even let her shoot as an amateur. You know what I'm saying? And like, he's just there, just support and stuff like that. So we said we were going to come up with something, and I talked to Big Dog Steel, and I'm like, I need a couple trophies, and I want to do something special for people that actually change the community, you know. And so I didn't give out my second one. You mind if I give out right now?
Sure.
Okay. So Troy Livesay is the other one, and he didn't know this, and I talked to him a lot. And he's not allowed to wear the Swanny's jersey on shooting days, but he's got the sticker, and he's always communicating with me. But you know, Brian Garm, he took care, you know, someone who has a hard disability, and I don't want to say anything that's negative towards him because he's a great kid, but going into the get grind, knowing that, you know what, I got to help this person. Like, I have a hard enough time getting into different positions, but I don't have a handicap other than I eat too much. He's got a legit handicap. Mm-hmm. And Troy's got to help him get into positions, do things, giving up his chance to shoot the best match he's ever shot. And then he still comes in, I think, fifth.
Fifth, yeah.
Yeah.
And
I saw him at the end of day one, and I'm like, you know, how'd you do? And he was like, I mean, I did all right. And then I got home and the scores came out for day one and he was like in second. I messaged him and I was like, all right.
Yeah. And it's not just that. I communicate with him a lot, and what he does for other people. The first person ever to donate stuff for people on the U's that we talked about, that was him. He's like, here's a duffel bag full of shit. And to these people, it wasn't shit. It was gold. It was gold. And they got it, and they're giving me feedback, and I'm just like, so the second award does go to Troy Lipsey, and just a good, I mean, he's got an okay beard, but he's got a great heart, and I love him to death, and he deserves every bit of what that trophy means. You know what I'm saying? So that's the cool part. So I don't know if he's still on there, but he's getting the second award.
That's awesome. I know at the grind we walked up behind. They were a couple squads ahead of us a few times, and I was able to watch him help a few times, and was just like absolutely impressed. It was heartwarming to watch.
And again, I didn't know I was going to do a Facebook post, but I was just like, man, I don't want to undermine how amazing Garms is for actually doing it. You get what I'm saying? Like, like people could just sit and my grandma had cancer for 31 years, but she never sat down or stopped vacuuming. And they don't let whatever the handicap may be take over their life. And that's Garms. I mean, that's him. But he literally couldn't get into certain things. And watching video, I'm just like, man, he gave up. Like, he gave up saying, I don't give a shit what I shoot. I'm just going to help this person. And that's what the Get Grind's about. I guarantee you. Shannon K, George Gardner, that's what they want, is somebody giving up their trophy to say, I'm going to fucking help this person do the best that they can do. When the amateur, beats the pro, that's a cool sign that the pro did what that is about, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and it really is awesome at the grind. Just seeing pros that are really that level, not of shooting, but of their willingness to help people.
Yeah.
And this is going back kind of a topic, but so we spoke to a lot of juniors on the show, and usually these juniors that are really successful at the game that they play, they got a tremendous support system from the parents, and the parents are fucking. I mean, I knew Ashley Rourke, who was a pistol shooter. Now she's on Team Glock. I was shooting. We were traveling to these IDPA matches, and her dad was there the entire time. Dude never picked up a gun, and never said. We just talked to him, and I would always talk to him in the squad. How's it going? Yada yada. And now Ashley's one of the best 3-gunners, pistol ladies in the game. Yeah. And obviously she's a lot grown up. This is probably when she was this was 16, 17, maybe even 15 years old. She was already smoking me at that age. Yeah. Now it's not even close.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
So I purposely don't shoot where Allison shoots. The 13-year-old. It's like, okay. Yeah, here's you did great. Good. I couldn't shoot this match. My ACL acted up.
There we go.
No, but you're right. I mean, with all the women and the kids that are starting to shoot, I've never seen it as much as, you've got the youth football dads and stuff like that. I'm one of them that doesn't shut up and yelling and screaming. Those are the unsung heroes because they're reloading their stuff. Yeah. They're getting their gear and they're doing the stuff that, like, it's like God's work. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to get yourself ready for a match. I have a hard enough time getting myself ready. I forget underwear, socks. There's holes in the socks because my kids wear them outside on the cement. And I'm yelling at them, and I got their socks on, and it's uncomfortable. But this dad gets to take care of himself and then get their kid or their wife or whoever it may be going. Those are unsung heroes. Yeah, that's why Frank Zane got the first one.
Got any more live? And if not, we can, Jen, wind us down to the last question here.
Let's see. Where were we at with this? Adam Leonberger said Swanny is the best dude in the business. Chris Blackwell wants to know if you have any used tripods.
That's the next step. I haven't gotten to the tripod. Tripods are tough because what works for some don't work for others, and the purposes of them and that, and the margins for certain tripods are horrific. And but used tripod, I'll find you one. I'm sure somebody will message me after we're done with this. So message me and we'll find you something.
Yeah, I got a Harris he can have if he wants.
Try not buy.
Try not buy.
We're
not talking sex. We're talking about the try.
Like
Wait, what about sex?
tripod?
Yeah. Oh, a tripod.
Tripod.
I'm sorry. Out of the game. Well, shit. I'll keep it then. All right.
I got some used stuff for you to get you in the game.
There you go.
But you can usually borrow a tripod at a match.
That's what I do literally every time I use one. Thanks, John.
But the hard part, so that's always cool to borrow stuff from people. But when you got to go train and you don't have the shit, it's hard to just borrow it during the match.
Oh, I know. Why do you think I bought one?
Trust me. Yeah, it's like, waking up in Mexico and you're cut open and your fucking kidney's gone. You're just bleeding all over the place. And it's like, wait, hold on. They need the tripod to train with, to get good with. And even if it's some podunk piece of shit that some guy was taking Polaroid pictures off of 20 years ago, if they can get good and stable with it, who gives a shit? So the tripod's getting so big. I mean, Clinton Adams, he's crushing it with the tripod. He shot an NRL match and went from 12th to 3rd this last Sunday. He was wearing a cool jersey, just saying.
Nice. So do they make you shoot better? Because I might need one.
I'm just saying, dude. Just saying. It hugs you in the right places.
Ooh. Let's see. Michael Carnell said, "Bam, awesome. Troy is very deserving of this award."
Fact.
And then Troy replied and said, "Brian was amazing all weekend. If he had the time for a good trigger pull, he nailed it. He earned every bit of that finish. I don't know what else to say right now."
That's my slippery slope where I don't want to discredit Brian for anything because shit, man, he got out there and he fucking did it. I mean,
hell yeah,
he just did it, and so I guess the kudos is to both of them. I don't want to. That was my hard part, is I don't want to discredit that guy for anything. I met him about a year ago, and I tried to help him, walk somewhere, and he's like, I think I got this, and it was just like, cool. If you need a cigar other than that vape, I mean, we can get you some of those.
No, I need to get rid of this too.
Yeah, that shit's killing people faster than
Careful.
cigars.
Careful. We got.
Let's see. Maxine wants to know what kind of beard oil you use.
No, this is raw natural. I tried to. So I had someone send me some stuff, and they wanted me to do Swanny oil in that. I put it on. I'm hyperallergenic, believe it or not. So don't bring your cats to the matches. I put this beard oil in, and I'll tell you what, the fragrance made all day. I couldn't wash it out, and I was just hives everywhere. It was like a bee, someone allergic to a bee getting stung. I was just a mess, man, just a mess. So no oil, Maxine.
All natural.
All natural. All gray.
Ken wants to know Michigan or Michigan State.
Next. I think we all know that.
Chris said he'll message you about the tripod.
Perfect. So if anyone out there has a tripod they're not using, message me and we'll get him set up with a tripod.
That works. So what matches do you have for the rest of this season, or what other matches will you be at? Are you going to the AG Cup or the finale or the ARS Pro Cup? I heard you got to spend some time with the AG Cup already.
Oh yeah, well, so I'm Metro Detroit. the Red Wings for years, you know, always winning the Stanley Cup. And I said, man, I mean, it's a beautiful cup. I'll tell you what. And Christy Embry was sitting there, and I'm looking at the cup, and that was her pride and joy. Like she put her research into how do I find the best cup for this thing because it's the greatest. And I'm looking like that's a badass cup. And I look over like, and they bring me the cup over, and I'll tell you what, we put 3 beers in that son of a bitch, and we christened it real quick. You know, the Stanley, I mean, the Stanley Cup was like found at the bottom of a lake. It was kids' diapers changing it. All this weird shit for this. I'm like, 3 beers ain't gonna hurt, right? So we christened it.
Are you cooking at the AG Cup?
Yeah, we got some tomahawks and some fillets going on at the AG Cup.
So those that don't know, Swanny is pretty famous for his tomahawk steaks.
Yeah, can't eat them, but I can cook them.
I'll eat one for you sometime if you want.
No problem.
Are you going to the finale?
I have to go to the finale. I'm not shooting in it because, again, inability to shoot properly. But I will be there for other reasons. I was asked to attend, and I'll be handing out a trophy there. So, yes, I will be there.
Sweet. Maybe I'll get you bring me some brass.
There it is.
Yeah, I'm bringing it.
I'll have to get with you about that.
We totally didn't do discount corner because of all the live and everything. So I don't know if you still want to hit that at the end here. I don't know. Do we have any discount from Swanny Comp Gear?
Yeah, let's do. If you hit, we'll keep it going. So capital GAPAM, which is Gap Amateur. So Gap Am. If you go on and go to Swanny'sCompGear.com, you get 10% off your order, and we'll just keep that rolling. Just, you know, it's been going good. But I mean, I've had coupon codes for like Wisconsin and Nate Whitehead and Ken Wheeler and Missy Wheeler. Precision rifle series or precision rifle competitions up here. I've been doing codes there, so we'll keep that going. I mean, it's just money, man. Just 10% off, and I'll take care of you.
There you go. Jen, what do you have on as far as the discounts? And then we can probably go right into shoutouts unless we have any live that comes in.
You can get 10% off at Under Industries if you need a jersey or a hoodie by just mentioning the Shooter's Mindset. If you message Chris on Facebook at the Under Industries page. You can also get 10% off of Carbon Arms at carbonarms.us using TSM10, and you can get shotgun caddies, extension tubes for shotguns, all that 3-gun
good stuff.
Shotgun stuff that you need.
I do have one more. Can I jump in? I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Chase Curtis and I talk a lot, and he's got Curtis Custom Actions, and I have these jerseys, and so this year for 2020, we're gonna take in photos of people shooting competitions and just having fun and shooting and doing great and having fun. And we're going to take those photos, and by the end of 2020, somebody's going to win a Curtis Custom Vector. And that's going to just be because, you know what? You bought a jersey and you're representing and you're showing love to me. So, and Curtis makes one of the best actions out there. And I know they try to duplicate it and stuff like that. But his action's amazing. And you put a little Swanny oil on that and smooth. But at the end of that 2020, we're going to give away a free action to somebody. You know, it's just something to give back. It's what we do.
That's awesome. And so how do we submit those photos? Do we use a hashtag or something, or tag you in them, or? Yeah,
just tag me in that. We're gonna no dick pics. I know that's what you're thinking. So just keep it clean. But no, send the pics in. We're gonna see them on, you know, a lot of people already, you know, at Swanny's Gear or hashtag Swanny's gear, and we'll get them, and we're gonna put them in a hat and find somebody.
That's awesome. And back to the Curtis Customs thing, I saw something real cool on the internet Friday, I think, of somebody that had a issue with one of their actions. And literally it's like, comments are, oh, that sucks, blah, blah, blah. And then Chase commented, like, I messaged you. I'm overnighting you the parts to fix it to your match. Message me back.
Yeah.
Like, where else are you going to find
solid dude
like
man.
that? Yeah.
Solid dude. And, when you send out 40, 50 actions a week, like I'm small. I still can, work on butt scopes, and I get home and do my shipping for Swannies and stuff with my daughter and things like that. But like he's different level, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And he takes the same pride in those actions. And I'll tell you what, that's a solid dude.
I love mine.
That's amazing, isn't it?
It is great.
I don't see Swanny's oil on there.
Well, we need to fix that. That's going to have to be another thing you might have to bring me at the finale. I have to put my order in. Ken Wheeler says that action needs to have the monkey on it.
Ooh, that might be some work, but I think we can do something like that.
Surely he can figure out how to get a monkey on it.
For shizzle.
That is good.
You see the wheels turning.
Jen, any more shout outs or are you good?
Shout outs or discounts?
Discounts, sorry.
No, I'm good.
All right, Greg, what do you got?
All right, you can save 10% off at Overwatch Defense with the code Cannon10. Shoot him an email or give him a call for an awesome Cerakote job. And then the code Mindset10 will save you 10% off of all Phone Scope products on the Phone Scope store.
Boom. Lastly, here I got some Taran TacticalInnovations.com, TSM10, save you 10% off all their gun parts over there. They got for their Benellis, their ARs, and their Glock stuff. UMTactical.com, TSM10, 10% off. A lot of holster stuff, AR stuff. And that'll kind of do it on my end. Kind of any more last minute live, and then we can wrap it up. What do we got? Good.
Everyone go to sleep on us?
Jim Boyd says, thanks for everything you do, Swanny.
No problem. That's what we're here for, right?
And Sam Phelps, my friend from Wisconsin, says, 3Lug Nation.
Ooh.
Hashtag 3Lug Nation.
And Jared White said, yeah, man, good dude.
I think he's talking about Chase there.
No, he's talking about me. Trust me.
Oh, they're both good dudes.
Jared picked me up to go to Tennessee to court, right? And him and his wife, do we have time for a quick story or no?
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Okay. So Jared picks me up, and he's an old country folk. He blends in really well in Tennessee. Let's just say that. So he picks me up in his Ford F-250, him and his wife, and we go, and he takes me to dinner. And I'll tell you what, that guy can pick up dudes. The waiter was named Benny, and I don't think I've gone a day since without texting back and forth. Like, he took Swanny's logo and then put Benny's. Okay, and so this guy was a waiter, and oh my gosh, he fell in love with Jared. So it was by the end of dinner, he gave us the most soft, voluptuous handshake that a man has ever given. And he looked Jared in the eyes and goes, if you go back to Detroit, be very, very careful. And I'm thinking, I'm going to Detroit. And Jared was with his wife. So that was a great story. I'm telling you, if you were there, like, this guy went to the back room, he had a man bun, and he came out and his just flowing long hair. I'm like, oh shit, he's got a brother. He's like, no, that's him. He let his hair down. That's Ooh. Yeah, Jared and Benny, 2020.
That's funny.
Right. If you were there, you would have followed. You fell over.
All right. I guess we're winding this one down here to shout outs, man. This was a good show. A lot of comments. Appreciate all the live comments. The views are really good. Jen, you usually start us off. What do you have?
Yep. I want to shout out to GSL Suppressors, Macmillan, Night Force Optics, Warren, Scope Mounts and Bipods, Under Industries, Shooters of Augusta and Sharpshooters of Augusta, We Bad, speaking of all the bags that we love, Spartan Precision, and I want to shout out the Indoor Dry Fire Training System. If you see it behind me, Dominic St. Jean does those, and St. Jean, and they are up in Canada, and you can put this on your scope, and it's just like the DFATs and all those, but this has the, it's got a key down there, so you can tell which target is what MOA, and you can put it at 12 feet, and you can dry fire inside with this on your scope. So I don't have a good range near me to go to that's convenient, so it is probably the best way that I can practice during the week and all. So shout out to them.
Is that how you got finale qualified your second year shooting PRS?
I don't know how that happened. I still don't know how that happened.
I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, rest areas are rest areas, right?
Greg, what do you have? Shout outs.
All right. I got Shooters and Sharpshooters of Augusta, Overwatch Defense, PDC Custom, NDZ Performance, Phone Scope, and Hunter's HD Gold. I got my fancy prescription HD Gold Oakleys.
Oh yeah, me too. I forgot.
Yeah, I actually
rest areas.
Wow, you guys look so bright right now. But I actually got to use them behind a long gun for the first time over the weekend, and it was pretty nice. Actually,
I can see my computer better.
The owner of HD Gold thought he was on tonight. I'm like, no. That's next week. So here's a spoiler. We have the Brian of HD Gold coming on next Tuesday, the Shooter's Mindset show. So we'll figure that out.
It's easy to follow up this mess.
Yeah. There you go. Jeremy.
Can I give a quick shout out to MPA Foundation, Walsh Defense, Send It, Area 419. I mean, the funnel system they make is amazing. Skypods, Gray Ops, JC Steel, all these people, I mean, just Warren makes amazing things. And all these people supply me Coltac, and they supply me with product to send to people that are, newer or even advanced shooters. And we're nothing without those people. So we appreciate, every one of them. We've Armageddon Gear, you name it.
Oh, there we go. Some last minute announcements and shout outs on my end. If you're watching this on the YouTube side, we will post this eventually. Give me a couple of days. It usually goes up on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. That's the yellow button right underneath the video. Every Tuesday, we try to bring a new episode of the Shooter's Mindset featuring another great guest. We got SHOT Show here coming up here in a couple months, it seems.
Swanny, are you going to SHOT Show?
Yeah, I just got to figure a way in.
There you go. Yeah. So we will have live kind of streams and video uploads from that show. The folks over, if you want to email me, the Gmail, the shootersmindset@gmail.com is a good way to do that. Definitely thanks to Jeremy for taking 2 hours of his time here to talk about Swanny Comp gear, and we appreciate that. And lastly, the folks over at Rise Armament, if you're a fan of some ARs and some fancy AR triggers, check them out. And other than that, that'll do it for episode 2. What are we on? 274 now. The Shooter's Mindset. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thanks, guys.